Hello world, today is Friday, July 10th, 2026. It's 11:22 a.m., 1122, good luck. Repeating numbers. And this is another vlog, a 10 minutes raw, unedited talk about what is top of mind. This is a public journal, a captain's ship's log. So I'm in the co-working space. I just walked here, got some water. What's been on my mind? Like I was just thinking about like how Mark Zuckerberg created Facebook just at the time where like the CIA and the NSA were creating like the spy programs, and then like here's a way that people just invite a person, Mark Zuckerberg, to take their data and use it. And so what the fascinating thing is, like, Mark Zuckerberg is all about, one of the early messages he sent is like, why do people send me all this information? And he called them like dumb fucks in a text exchange, and that came up later in the trials. And at the same time, it's kind of like, here is like reality is like just chaos, and then here's like people just opting into it's like opting into giving you their data, and like use it for whatever you think is best. And then there's like a responsibility on Mark Zuckerberg to like be a good steward or not. Just I guess that's like the power of being a person in power, is literally a titan, a king. And now another perspective is like the recognizing what AI can do, what embedding models can do, what LLM models can do, how we can do that. All right, so now I just checked in on my agent on how it's doing, and I'm excited about LuminaLog, by the way. And that's my answer to Mark Zuckerberg's work, the Facebook model, and like all respect to Mark Zuckerberg, respect to all people. Like, he was just, eating, breathing technology, playing, civilization, every waking moment, and then he just internalized it, and he just, that's like, in my story, like I literally, as an 8-year-old, 9-year-old, with a computer on my desk in my room, could see and sense that power. And so what it's about intuition and synchronizing your brain with the digital world. And I was sitting there in meditation, listening to the Microsoft 95 boot up, and looking at the terminal line, looking at like putting in discs of demo games. And I didn't even play all these games. I just bought like the magazine in the kiosk in the mid-90s about the PC gaming magazines, and those were, I could tell, I had a sense about what is cutting edge, what is poignant, where the power is in right now. Like, like in the 1920s, it was like maybe, cars, or, people that knew how to work with cars, they were risen up with their know-how to be valued for their skill. And likewise in the 90s, people that could understand the computers could rise up and be valued for their skill of knowing programming and how to use a computer. So I could sense that as a 9-year-old boy in Poland. And I remember being in a hallway in a class in first grade somewhere. We were in a line or something, waiting for something, and I just thought to myself, hey, I have a computer. Like there was like a very pretty girl next to me, and I was like just about to ask her, hey, do you have a computer? Because I have a computer, like just because I could sense that owning a computer at that time was really a badge of honor, success story. It's a power thing. It's a beautiful thing, but like in a good sense, like not like in a bad sense, and like in a sense that you're in tune with what's really happening. And then second thing is, like, we used to have these cards, these paper cards that had like graphics or animations on them, and we collected them, and they were like valuable assets to us, like in first grade and kindergarten, like preschool. And we would we sometimes, we would just collect them. We wouldn't even write on them. We just felt like writing on them would be like, you're wasting them. Well, just because you didn't know what you would write. But like one time, I joined a table with like some girls or something that were like looking at the cards. These are little binder cards with lines, and they have graphics, like maybe like Lion King was like the best, or like Space Jam was like amazing, or like some kind of brand. And so these, some kind of like cartoon, or some kind of like toys or something, or some just graphic. We treated them as currency. They were to us like collectibles, like Pokemon cards. And I remember I joined this table of girls, and they were looking at their cards, and one of them had this piece of paper with 3 binder holes. These are like loose leaf papers with a colored image on them. And so this girl had one that was very beautiful. It was like a Disney kind of thing, and it had a letter from a friend from abroad. I think it was some Western Europe or America. And it was a beautifully handwritten letter from another kid to her. And we were just like amazed by this thing. Like, here is a person that really wrote something beautiful with heartfelt emotion on this beautiful paper that was to us like worth like hundreds of dollars. It was like that. So that's another story. I just love that, because it tells you how a young person, a boy, a child, can absorb all of these senses about where the world is going, about what information means, about what communication means between humans, about the heart, about the laws of life. And that's also another great book, The Laws of Life by James Templeton or something. I've actually shared that with people in the discussions. So I gotta share that book. I'm reading another book right now. I want to talk about this. So this is pretty much my space to talk about whatever the hell I want. But also thank you for being here. Right thing right now, Ryan Holiday. Yeah, like smelling a book and just looking at it. This is like 2025. It's very recent, like last year. I've been captivated by this book. And so I'll just leave it here, because I cherish it. And I spent like 18 Singaporean dollars on this, and it's worth every single penny of that. It makes me excited. So it's 8:14 p.m. Yeah, so what else? I'm excited today, 11:30 right now, until like 6. I am just locked in. You know what I'm locked in for? LuminaLog, iOS app deployment. And right now I'm working on the embedding models and the privacy architecture, meaning that your data is going to be encrypted for you, and only you can decrypt it. And that's going to be amazing. And you know why? Mathematically, your data is going to be private. And right now I'm working on the embedding model that's going to be working on your device, and it's cross-platform, so you will be able to do it on your web or on your phone. And what that does is creates an embedding space of all your journals, and allows you to search through semantic similarity. It allows you to have retrieval augmented generation, and I'm super excited for that. And just like this very light touched and tasteful application of AI, that's the brilliance, and that's like a unicorn right there. And I'm dead convinced, dead ass, is that a Gen Z term? Dead ass convinced this is a freaking $1 billion brand. And I launched a LuminaLog podcast yesterday, my first episode, and I'm super excited about that. I'm going to do another one today. I have to find somebody to interview today, and I'm going to do that. And what else? So I'm excited for that. I'm really excited for that. And yeah, 10 minutes last to summarize. I told the story from my childhood that are very, to me, are like really, I have to get them out. And I'm glad for this opportunity, this space for this personal journal to record that, that story about the computer, the story about, how Marcus Zuckerberg looked at privacy, the story about, these cards that we were like Pokemon cards, but they were really artistic and captured self-expression, which we kids really valued, that self-expression, even that young age. And then I talked about this amazing book and the joy that having a book can inspire in you. Like I'm literally physically excited about having this book because I can feel that what kind of impact it can have on me, and I'm captivated by it, and I'm super thankful and grateful to Ryan Holiday and whoever made this book. It's profilebooks.com. And then finally, I'm excited about my LuminaLog podcast, and I'm excited about having this very tasteful application of AI to personal growth. And that is LuminaLog. That today I'm motivated to and focused on shipping out there into the App Store, and excited for that. So have a great day. Thank you for watching and listening. And as always, sending you good thoughts, frequencies, and vibrations. May you be free from suffering. Peace.